From the murky waters of the sportsman's paradise, stories emerge. Stories of the generations of people who have shared in the bounties of the land. Stories of communities that have persevered through natural disasters. Stories of the abundance of fish, wildlife, and adventures that create an ecosystem rich in diversity. And from the silted banks of the mighty Mississippi to the soggy marsh bottoms, from the tops of towering pine forests to the depths of the salty Gulf, human and animal have shared this fortune for centuries. Enjoy these stories as told by outdoor journalists who travel across our state, documenting the adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
Welcome to Bayou Wild. We're here at Morton Seafood Restaurant on the banks of the Tchefuncte River, our home base for the show. Today we are going to take a look back at Ride the Bull. It's down in Grand Isle. It's one of the biggest kayak fishing tournaments in the world, and it's been going on for 9 years. We're going to take a look back at the last 5 years' winners and see how they won and get a little story about them.
Well, we're here at Ride the Bull down in Grand Isle and Caminada Pass. We got over 630 people fishing a day, and you're about to see what 630 kayaks looks like leaving a marina.
And as hectic and competitive as Ride the Bull is, we take you on another kayak trip that's a little bit more laid back.
Absolutely.
Called the Sunset Paddle down at Cane Bayou with the good folks at Bayou Adventure.
So our paddle down started off in the very fresh water, pine trees and whatnot, lots of fresh water. So as we're getting down the bayou, the salinity level shows those changes.
And then we're going to head into their kitchen because you work up a bit of an appetite after 3 hours of paddling. They're going to make some delicious pizza right in-house at Bayou Adventure.
We're going to put some of this nice, fresh alligator pork sausage on. This is some really good stuff here.
Getting more and more Cajun. It's funny here at Bayou Adventure, you say you've got a shrimp man, you've got a crab man.
We got a bayou, we
got
a boudin man.
You got a boudin
we got a
man.
shrimp man. We got a cacao man. We
They
got a
make
beer
it work.
man.
They make it work over here.
Closed captioning made possible by Ceto.com. Become a member. Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
It has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
It has much better flavor.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time. Want to be part of the Bayou Wild film crew? Sign up for our Cajun Invasion Wild Pheasant Hunt in the remote hills of South Dakota, December 3rd through 7th. Bad River Bucks and Birds provides lodging, meals, transportation, dogs, and bird cleaning. Details at dontheoutdoorsguide.com. Now, if you notice, when we first put in, we were in kind of a piney woods habitat. Then that transitioned into tupelo gum and cypress and palmettos, and now we're pretty much in a fresh marsh, and as we get closer to Lake Pontchartrain, it'll be a brackish marsh.
So as we're paddling down, like I said, the salinity levels in the water increase, and the vegetation around us shows those changes.
When you arrive to the mouth of the lake, everyone gets in a good stretch before taking in a beautiful Louisiana sunset.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Find out if alternative treatment is the answer to your pet's health issues. Contact Dr. G at vetnaturally.com.
South Louisiana has no shortage of fishing traditions, and the Ride the Bull Kayak Fishing Rodeo held each summer in Grand Isle has earned its recognition as a worldwide fishing tradition. According to founder Captain Danny Ray, the best way to describe the event would be
kind of like Sturgis for kayaks. First came up with the idea, we were worried nobody show up. First year, 75. And then it just kind of blew up after year 3.
And just as Sturgis, South Dakota annually attracts motorcyclists from around the world, so does Ride the Bull.
Jacob Scott from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Lucas Stewart, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Paul Bailey from New Zealand. I wanted to go on a legendary sleigh ride on a bull rig.
Well, we're here at Ride the Bull down in Grand Isle and Caminada Pass. We got over 630 people fishing a day, and you're about to see what 630 kayaks looks like leaving a marina.
Landing these massive bull reds from a kayak is quite the challenge, and it's been well documented that anyone who enters has a chance to win. But what does it take to be crowned a Ride the Bull champion? It was the year 2014 when Ride the Bull earned the official title as the world's largest kayak fishing rodeo. In a field of 731 anglers, Callie Leroy finished atop the list when she landed a 26-pound redfish. This female angler gleamed with excitement, not just because she beat all of the guys, but also because she did it on an unconventional fishing vessel.
I use a YOLO Fisher board. They're very stable. They weigh 35 pounds. They're 12 foot long, 35 inches wide. They're amazing for anyone of any age. I know that we've had a lot of skeptics saying, you know, oh, those aren't stable enough, I'm not getting on that, or oh, I'm too old, I'll fall off of it. But after I reeled my fish in off of it, I had those exact same men telling me, it looks like you might have just sold some paddle boards.
News of a female Ride the Bull champion opened the doors for many more women to sign up the following year. Jamie Cluot and her husband were fishing out of a canoe during the Ride the Bull 6, and after no luck for most of the day, they decided to take a break at the marina for lunch. Determined to give it one more try, they paddled out to the pass, where she landed a 39-pound bull red in the final hour of the competition.
This has been my favorite weekend of the year for the last 4 years. My brother introduced us to this tournament. He's been here 5 years now. And this has just been so much fun. I enjoy every year I come here. And next to my wedding day and the birth of my children, this has been the coolest day of my life.
In 2016, it was then that a 16-year-old kayak angler emerged as the champion when he landed this massive bull red. Even as a youth angler, Brock Miller was an avid kayak fisherman and used his knowledge of red fishing to handle his winning fish like a pro. But Ride the Bull championships are not limited to the experienced kayak fishermen.
Mostly because it's a simple format. Everybody's kind of squared up, no cheating, everybody's together. Makes everything a common denominator. You fish in the same area, got the same opportunity.
It was the next year when a first-time kayak fisherman finished first place, landing a giant bull while fishing on a borrowed kayak.
I borrowed a kayak and came down with him. It's both of our first times doing it, and we always heard that, you know, there's a little bit of luck involved. I caught it early on in the morning. I had no idea that I was in the lead until lunchtime, and I'd been in the lead for 3 hours. I had no idea it was 36 pounds. I thought it was in the 20s. So when Jacob came up to me and said, "Man, you're in the lead," I was blown away. I didn't think I was in the top 10.
The success of Ride the Bull has been illustrated by the anglers who have made the competition an annual tradition of their own. The 2018 champion was no stranger to fishing this event.
So this was my 4th or 5th. I placed second place at Ride the Bull 6. Held first place all day till she knocked me down. So I really wanted this one real bad.
What's more to this story is that Ricky was not alone in landing his winning redfish. Fishing out of a tandem kayak, he and his brother-in-law Dustin Adams both hooked on to bull reds at the exact same time. Those two fish would finish first and second place on the leaderboard.
He hooked up, bro, and I said, I seen my line going out, bro, and I said, man, brother got tangled up in my line, he's about to be pissed. So I started reeling in my line, bro. I said, oh, wait, brother, we hooked up, bro, we got it.
He said, we're gonna place first and second. It's been for months we've been talking about this. So we finally rented a PA-17 for Pack and Paddle and went out together, got hooked up together, fought the fish together, and that was just awesome.
When it comes to the annual Ride the Bull kayak fishing rodeo, it is true what they say. Anyone has a chance to win. So when next summer approaches, make sure to sign up and participate in this one-of-a-kind event.
You know, Ride the Bull was started by Danny and the late Kristen Ray. Danny being a guide from down here in Grand Isle. They created a monster, and unfortunately after she passed away, he asked for some help, and CCA stepped in, mainly because our volunteers, including myself, I've been weighmaster before, I've been a chase boat for 5 or 6 years, and we have a lot of involvement, and so our board basically just said we got to figure out how to carry on the tradition, and here we are.
You know, if you don't catch a fish, chances are you'll have to paddle out of the way of somebody that is catching one. So it's fun.
Will you have what it takes to be crowned Ride the Bull champion? We'll just have to wait and see.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use what the pros use. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because, guys, it has more herbs and spices.
It has a much better flavor.
It's easy, just pour and boil.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
There aren't many places in Louisiana where you can paddle through a forest, into a swamp, and end in a marsh that opens to the mouth of a lake, all in just a mile and a half.
All right, we're ready to embark on our adventure with Bayou Adventures down Cane Bayou. This little bayou begins on Highway 190 and kind of is sandwiched on the right side by Fontainebleau State Park, Big Branch National Wildlife Refuge on the left. It's about a mile and a half paddle to Lake Pontchartrain, where we're going to stop, take a look at the sunset, and turn around and head on back.
Cane Bayou is located on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain, beginning in Lacombe. A sunset paddle will last about 3 hours, and this guided tour has a lot to offer.
So our paddle down started off in the very fresh water, pine trees and whatnot, lots of fresh water. So as we're getting down the bayou, the salinity level shows those changes.
Jeff Bordelon of Bayou Adventure leads the paddle, pointing out wildlife such as alligators to great blue herons and giving history lessons on Choctaw Indians to plantation times.
If you look up, straight ahead, you'll see another osprey nest in that tree that's kind of bent over. And there's another osprey nest coming around the bend up to the right.
Now, if you notice, when we first put in, we were in kind of a piney woods habitat. Then that transitioned into tupelo gum and cypress and palmettos, and now we're pretty much in a fresh marsh, and as we get closer to Lake Pontchartrain, it'll be a brackish marsh.
So as we're paddling down, like I said, the salinity levels in the water increase, and the vegetation around us shows those changes.
When you arrive to the mouth of the lake, everyone gets in a good stretch before taking in a beautiful Louisiana sunset.
We are at the mouth of Cane Bayou, enjoying the sunset behind us. As you can see, the water is very shallow. We like to walk around, wade around the water a little bit. There was an alligator floating around. He's right over there. You can see him. They do their thing and we do ours, just like I said. But this is our relaxation point. This is our zen time. This is where we come out to enjoy nature. Once the sun sets completely, we're going to put our headlamps on. We're going to paddle back in the dark.
I've been down here before and noted how close you can get to the wildlife. I have a great picture of a great blue heron probably 6 feet away from me that didn't fly away. I just, paddled up to him real slow and he didn't seem bothered.
You know, you can take the West Bankers out of the West Bank, but you don't take the West Bank out of them. They're here to party.
You do not need experience to come out here. You really don't. It is like paddling in your bathtub or swimming pool. If you're working too hard, you're doing something wrong. I mean, it is laid back, it's relaxing. There's no whirlpools, rapids or anything.
First time I ever did it, wasn't hard at all. It was a lot of fun. You had a lot of people. We all figured out how to traverse around each other. It's beautiful out here.
7 days experience from Italy. So in our trip here in the US, we checked it out back home, and it suddenly catch our attention for the sport, kind of also eco-friendly adventure. The best part of the trip, I think it's the canal, the first trap, the first part. I really like the bridge, passing through the bridge.
But it definitely relaxes you. I mean, it's Monday night. I couldn't be more. People, dread going back to work on Monday. We'll just plan one of these for Monday night and the rest of your week will go good.
I did not know this was on the North Shore. This is really nice. You don't think about all this. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. Also, see with the light, but I can see to also in the night. I can wait to see what to expect in the night.
Completely different experience going back in the dark. So what we saw on the way down, the changing ecosystems and everything, we're going to experience that on the way back. But we're not going to see it visually. We're going to hear it with our other senses, our ears. So you're going to hear the alligators barking. You're going to hear the frogs. You're going to hear the crickets. We are going to see with our headlamps some red glowing eyes. The alligator eyeballs floating around, and the rougarou. Yes, we're definitely going to see the rougarou. He's out here. We hear him.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
It has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
It has much better flavor.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
So you work up appetites when you go paddling, and you can come to Bayou Adventure and get some food to fill your belly after the paddle. Jeff, tell me, you guys just started something new here where people can get some food. What are we going to make today?
We're gonna make our Bayou pizza tonight.
So it's Bayou pizza, so it's got to have some Cajun ingredients. And we've got this artesian pizza dough here.
That's right.
What do we start with?
So we're gonna start with our homemade Alfredo sauce with crab meat.
I'm going to do the leg lifting
Go
here
ahead
because
and
y'all make
spread that
pizzas
on.
all day.
Yeah.
And this is a large we're making here.
That's correct.
This is something new at the store, which is great because around here in
Probably
Lacombe,
about good.
there isn't a lot of places to get food. And this is great. You can get your bait, you can get your pizza, you can get your hooks, your drinks, just about everything you need.
Spread that around all the way around. Should be good.
We've got some crab meat in this too.
Yes.
So that's the first Cajun
Louisiana blue
ingredient.
crab.
Can't go wrong. And they're thick right now, so. All right, getting there. A little more over here. This isn't going to be as good looking as the ones you make because I don't make pizza, but
It's all right. Anybody can make a pizza.
fast way to learn right here.
That's right.
All right, we've got our Cajun Alfredo with our blue crab meat. That's our base, so obviously this is not a red pizza.
Right, not a red sauce pizza here.
So if you're allergic to tomatoes, this might be a good pizza for you.
That's correct.
All right.
And we hand make this sauce daily, pretty much for the most part.
Great.
So then you're gonna add your cheese, about 2 big healthy cups of that cheese right there.
Can't go wrong with a healthy cup of cheese.
No. And just kind of spread it around, just like you would like to see on your own pizza, you know. Don't want to see any hollow spots or.
You really can't go wrong with cheese. I mean, the more the better, pretty much. So some pizzerias, they put their toppings under the cheese. I'm not a fan of that. I like to see.
No, I like to see mine too.
Absolutely.
So then we're gonna add some purple onion or red onion as you wish, and some mushroom.
It's gonna be a effervescent pizza here. Got a little generous with the onions. I like onions though. They taste better on a pizza because they kind of get sweeter as they bake.
Yeah, the red onions are really good.
Is that good?
That's perfect.
All right, cool.
And then some mushrooms. Spread those around.
Okay.
And then we're going to finish it off with some, well, not finish it off because we'll finish it off with the shrimp after, but we're going to put some of this nice fresh alligator pork sausage on. This is some really good stuff here.
Getting more and more Cajun. It's funny here at Bayou Adventure, you say you've got a shrimp man, you've got a crab man.
We got a Bayou,
we got
a boudin man.
You got a boudin
we got a
man.
shrimp man. We got a cockahoo man. We
They
got a
make
beer
it work.
man.
They make it work over here. By the way, if you've never been to this store and you're a beer connoisseur,
Yeah.
check them out. Their cooler is packed. All right, what's next?
That's pretty much it. We're gonna pop it in the oven and then we'll top it off with shrimp. We'll put on after, but you can go ahead and put it on now. Make that way.
What's the difference if we put them on now or later? You're gonna be a
Well,
little
sometimes
crispy?
they'll get a little crispy.
All right, let's do a few now, and then we'll come back and add a few.
Perfect.
All right, when we come back, we're gonna take this delicacy, which is of course diet and calorie free, of course, out of the oven and show you what it looks like. The Bayou pizza coming up.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
It has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
It has much better flavor.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
If you hunt or fish, you really need to check out 20echo.com. It's an app that you can take on the water or on the hunt. It logs all the information. It's got the date, the GPS location, tons of information to log your catch or kill. It's a great thing to have. Check it out at 20echo.com and you'll see it more on Bayou Wild TV.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Well, as you can tell, it is dinner time. We've got the pizza oven working hard. We've cranked out quite a few.
Yep.
Here is our finished product.
The Bayou.
The Bayou. And
we topped it off with a few extra shrimp on there.
Uh-huh.
We also, we have the Maui Wowie pizza, which is a pineapple mango sauce base.
Wow, mango sauce.
Yeah, pineapple mango sauce. Yeah. Very, very good. With cheese and then pineapple sausage, smoked sausage.
Yum.
Red onions, pineapples on top of it. We also have the carnivore, the Supremo, the easy cheesy.
The one that I really liked, the muffaletta pizza.
The muffaletta, that's right, that's a good one.
So you may not like this, you don't even really eat muffalettas, but
not
you like
the whole
the pizza.
sandwich, but the pizza is great. I mean, it's really, really good. It's the perfect combination.
All right, well, there's a lot of variety here, and if you want to get yourself one of the Bayou or any of these other really unique pizzas, you got to check out Bayou Adventure. Tell folks when they can get pizzas.
7 days a week.
All right.
We start serving breakfast at about 5 o'clock in the morning. We move into lunch somewhere around 10 o'clock or so, and then we close at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock on the weekends.
Perfect. You can get everything you need from breakfast, lunch, dinner, pizza, bait,
that's right,
ice,
bait,
beer, you're
kayak
good to go.
rentals, everything.
There you go. Bayou Adventures, Bayou Pizza.
Thanks, y'all.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use what the pros use. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because, guys, it has more herbs and spices.
It has a much better flavor.
It's easy, just pour and boil.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
Thanks for watching Bayou Wild. Next week we catch up with Danica Williams from the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. They've got outreach programs and fishing opportunities for families and kids. We'll learn all about those.
It's not just about getting kids back outside and getting kids in the outdoors and fishing and other outdoor activities. It's about anybody and everybody. If somebody doesn't have access to it, that's another thing. We want to provide access. We want to provide more opportunity for families to get out and fish. So if we bring in youth all day long and teach them how to fish, if they don't have anybody to take them fishing, then we're kind of not doing our job.
And we're not done with Alaska yet. I don't ever want to be done with Alaska.
Absolutely.
We're taking you back there this time for a slice of Alaskan life. You don't want to miss that.
If you put in really good hard work and you surround yourself with the right people, you get so I'm hooked up with 2 different families. So there's a 5-person workforce, and it's just really amazing what we get done when we are all working hard.
And if you can't wait till the next show, tune us in on radio on Saturday mornings, 5 to 7 a.m.
And we are on social media also. You can check us out on Facebook. We've got an active giveaway going, and we've also got an Instagram page to check out. You can also watch all the full shows on YouTube as well. Just look up Bayou Wild TV. Have a great weekend.